All right, how's it going today, guys? Happy Monday. Castillo Trading coming to you with another VIP live stream. Shout out to you guys who are here, able to join, ready to do that work to start a new week. So, first things first, guys, if this is your first stream, big shout out to BitGet Global. They are the sponsor of the stream and they are the sponsor of TradeWithCastillo.com. If you guys have any questions about them, let me know. I do think they're one of the best perpetual exchanges out there with pairings and liquidity, that sort of thing. So, also, if you guys have not registered on my website, go ahead and do so. TradeWithCastillo.com. This is where you can go to VIP members and catch all my content, right? This is where the weekly video series is, the VIP live streams Mondays, NPOC updates on Wednesdays, and then Fridays we have the little 5-minute breakdown segment alongside with our Saturday, Sunday SynQuote video that we offer. And actually, one of the calls that we bought yesterday on SynQuote on ETH, we're in pretty good profit today, but gonna let those kind of work and see how it goes into next week during our video. But yes, please go register at TradeWithCastillo.com, guys. This is where you're going to find where all of my content lies. So yeah, looking at the level 2 here, there's been just a stagnation. BTC and Ethereum are holding their highs, which is good, right? We don't want to see rejections. We don't want to see quick wicks or anything like that. We just want to see kind of that sideways action for a next leg higher. But as of right now, just some low-term time frames, still just showing momentum. I think that there's a lot of wicks that have kind of come out of BTC and Ethereum, but at the end of the day, as long as BTC holds over 2,000, I think that there's no reason to think otherwise as to what is happening. Let's just get into BTC. We're going to start with BTC and some NPOC levels, what we're looking at, why we're looking at it, and we're going to go from there. So we did have an NPOC level right here at 37,021. That was all the way back. I think we talked about this was like last year, something like that, or earlier in this year. Ended up getting that one, and that's kind of where we're just kind of lingering right now. That's where BTC is, and currently the NPOCs we have open are going to be kind of a little bit of a high spread right now. So it is kind of like a dangerous area to just be like blindly longing, blindly shorting. You kind of want to wait for something to happen. And this is kind of where these NPOC levels come from. So we do have this cluster down around like 34, 35K. I don't know if we get the retest. I'm gonna be honest. I would love for BTC to reject here and we can kind of all have some lower buys, that sort of thing. But it's just hard for me to justify because I do think that a lot of people are still sidelined waiting for that downside that just unfortunately isn't happening right now. And that doesn't mean that it can't happen, right? Like things can totally change. Ethereum can reject here. BTC can still continue to reject. And we do approach these 34,000 levels, and so we do long them, and so that's just currently going to be what we're going to do, guys. We are going to continue to do exactly what we are doing as far as our trading and our setups go. It doesn't matter if we have a huge candle to the upside, huge candle to the downside. What we do is we love to stay grounded and we love to make game plans and then react off of those game plans. So still we're going to make a new long, and it's going to be down here closing out these NPOC levels, and this is going to be the next area of interest to long BTC for me. And again, depending on some low-term time frames, we can maybe justify another long somewhere else, but we'll get into some current range setups here in a little bit. And then we'll save this one as well, and this is going to be 1113 long. And then the next short setup is going to be up here at 40. Now it just depends. I still think that there is a decent opportunity for a short hedge right here. Reasons being is BTC is kind of showing a little bit of weakness, and then on some low-term time frames we have us sitting at upper limit, right? We don't want to be longing into upper limit. This is where we look for shorts, and then also we do have this NPOC rejection. This was the 37,021 NPOC level that we kind of constructed these shorts from, and so that's why I do say like shorting BTC right now for a hedge is still a valid setup as far as what we've been looking at. We created this short all the way back on 11.8, so about a week ago we were looking for a move up to 37,021 and then a little bit of rejection. We kind of got that right away, but now it's kind of starting to base and formulate a little bit more and kind of go a little bit sideways. And so this is still a very valid setup to kind of short this 37,021. I know not a lot of people are short right now, so you're kind of going against the grain in this situation, in this scenario. But again, there's always decent areas to kind of hedge, and as of right now, the way that low-term timeframes are looking on BTC, this isn't the worst place to kind of hedge out. And so I haven't taken the short, but this is still a very, very valid game plan. So we'll continue to kind of just watch that. But I'm gonna jump and go to these NPOC levels on Ethereum just so that we can kind of talk about these quick. We did close out this 2096 NPOC level up here, and again, this was one that was printed from over the weekend, and I actually didn't send this setup to you guys, but I was thinking it just because I'm not really into shorting right now as far as some of these go. But having this move to the upside here, closing this one, and then to the downside follow through is definitely something I'm watching too. Because just like BTC, we do have those NPOCs to the downside that I think, unfortunately, it makes sense to retest those guys. It just does. And so this is what I'm watching for on Ethereum. We reject this level right here. We can do a little replay of this so that you guys can see. So we had this print from the weekend. The short-term directional bias was up. So over the weekend, thinking a move to the upside, kind of close this, and then we can continue to move to the downside. And that's currently what is actually playing out as far as the setup goes, because then we can continue to play. And, you know, lo and behold, we close that out. And here we are now as a rejection, potentially going back down to 19.21. And that's always been our long area anyways. So for me, it just, again, just doesn't really make sense to kind of long up in these levels up here. So I do think that the better long is going to be down lower towards this 1800 for Ethereum. And again, you know, take these with a grain of salt, guys, because we have not been getting dips. As much as I want these to happen, sometimes they might not happen. But also I think it's like that weird shift of like people are like comfortable kind of longing tops, and it's like, well, I don't know. Just a very, very interesting case, very interesting time. Yeah, for me, that's currently where I would long next on Ethereum. I just don't think that there's really any reason to be longing up here. And again, the same thing as far as the current range goes, you know, we are just sitting at that upper limit. So upper limit is not where we ideally want to be longing anything. It doesn't matter if it's an altcoin, a crypto major, if it's, you know, the S&P 500 or something, you know, just upper limit's just not really where you want to be longing. We can break above upper limit, but still, you know, I've talked about this in some current channel trends. You know, sometimes these current ranges don't work the best in trending markets, but that's when you do channel trends, right? And it's the same principles. You have an upper limit and a lower limit, and you still look to long the lower limit. Again, I have an educational video coming out on that this week. So that is currently what we're looking for on Ethereum. And then, you know, we talked about the move to the upside as well. We have this NPOC, and again, okay, let's just say we do move higher, right? It's going to be the same scenario as BTC, where I still think that this is a short area and maybe a retest of this 1800 is going to happen then. But again, it's going to bring more damage. If, you know, we just dropped to close these NPOCs from here. Again, these NPOCs don't have to be closed right now, right? Like we could just continue to go up to 3,000, 4,000, and 1,900, 1,800 NPOCs, you know, could not even matter anymore. But at the end of the day, just as far as me kind of staying grounded to certain things, this is where I would like to long next, is just down lower. And again, we'll save this and kind of organize this short setup, but take it for how you guys want to take it, right? If you're short biased, if you're long biased, you know, there's different ways that you can trade this, and people can trade it differently and still be profitable both ways. You know, people can still short and be profitable while people are still longing and being profitable. So always take that perspective into trading always. You know, there's not one specific way to be successful. This person down here can be successful doing something, while this person over here is successful doing something completely different, right? That's why trading is so amazing. There's so many different ways and techniques that you can get your edge based on you as a trader. Yeah, I mean, you knew this was coming. Again, I think Sol can go higher, but it's just one of those ones, like, why on earth would you be buying this up? Dude, this thing's up way more than 500%. It's like, this is just crazy. I just can't buy this, man. Like, this is up 600% almost. Me personally, I can't buy Sol, and I don't know where a good spot to buy it would be. But yeah, I just, you know, I feel personally like I did miss the boat on Sol. I'm very thankful Sol kind of figured its shit out though, because a lot of the buys that I told my family to do last year were heavy into Sol, you know, obviously before FTX and everything fucking crazy happened. So like, I'm just so happy that Sol is actually performing again, because my dad's portfolio, my uncle's portfolio, my brother's, you know, I got a lot of people in Sol, and, you know, just still told them to chill out, and now they're finally back into some green. So it's nice to see Sol actually fucking do something. But yeah, I can't buy it here. That's just my personal opinion on it. If you guys made money on Sol, shout out to you guys. But all right, guys, I hope that you guys have a good week of trading. You know, I'll be in the Telegram updating you guys each and every day, setups, all that sort of stuff. But I think that's it, guys. Been a crazy couple of weeks, and let's hope that we can continue to capitalize on this into the end of the month. All right, y'all. See y'all later. I'll see y'all on the Telegram. Have a good one. Peace.